really hard not to start dancing, but I think we did an admirable job maintaining our composure during that great demonstration. Thanks again, Five Branches University's West African Drumming Club, led by our very own Dr. Derek Lavoie. Thanks again. And now, I'd like to welcome someone very special to the stage. Our founder, our president, after 40, I think almost 41 years now of operation, Ron Zeidman is here to speak on behalf of our great university. The university's come so far really in such a short period of time. 40 years is really not that long considering the history of Chinese medicine, thousands and thousands of years old, comes from an oral tradition of indigenous medicine. We're really proud to have Ron here today, so I'd like to welcome Ron Zeidman, our founder, president, and CEO.
Thank you, Nick. Thank you. This is a very special day because today some incredible people graduate from a long journey of study that gives them the expertise to be the leading doctors of traditional Chinese medicine that we need here in the US. Your role today and moving forward is very important because we have many medicines in the world and they're all important. And above all, traditional medicine is very important. The World Health Organization, which creates the standards for all health conditions, standards that are used by every doctor around the world. There's 10 million doctors. It's called an ICD-9 code, ICD code, International Codification of Diseases. And it has a chapter 27 now. It's new. It's a chapter called Traditional Medicine. And the first one that was detailed in great detail is traditional Chinese medicine. If you haven't seen it already, definitely look it up. So now the World Health Organization and the international standard, this codification of disease, includes our medicine. Why did the WHO do that? Why did 5 countries, America, China, Korea, Vietnam, all contribute more than $1 million each to create these standards of traditional medicine? Because it's a medicine that is now becoming mainstream. It's a medicine that you have been attracted to for many years, but now all patients all over the world are looking, of course, for modern medicine if you need surgery or you've had an accident. But if you have chronic conditions or if you simply want to optimize your health, you look to traditional medicines now. So you have a big responsibility, both the new, fresh, exciting students who have just earned their degree to become practitioners, to those of you who are graduates of the postgraduate program and of the interim program, the completion program. You all have a very serious, but take it lightly, responsibility, because many people will turn to you, have already turned to you, for their well-being, for their health. That's the role that that you have the privilege of playing. It's a privilege. In a sense, you've been blessed. I think all of us that have had the path of traditional medicine put in front of us are blessed, because these ancient wisdoms are very close to the core of how to enjoy our brief stay on this planet. They have all the main elements. And actually, before getting into that detail, I join you in thanking the long heritage of practitioners that have brought you to this day. It starts with the faculty that have taught you. We have to thank our Dean, Joanna Zhao, for attracting and inviting the leading faculty that the university has been blessed with. So thank you, Dean Joanna Zhao, for doing that. I think you're all here because of the faculty. And there's many faculty to thank. Our senior faculty, some of who you'll meet, and our intermediate faculty and our junior faculty, who are very talented and enthusiastic to become senior faculty. They are a very important part of our structure here. And also, I join you in thanking the staff who have given you service. Their goal is one, really, to make your studies successful at the university, to do whatever is needed besides having good teachers so that your studies can go smoothly and successfully. So thank you to all of our staff, many who are here today, for your contributions to their success. Now comes two new dimensions. One dimension for you is political. We have degrees, we have schools because of practitioners before you that spent a lot of time and money to legalize our profession. A lot of time and money was put in by practitioners so that you could have these studies, have these degrees, and have these licenses, and be, doctors of acupuncture and herbal medicine. So we thank all of those previous practitioners, and I tell you, be a member of one of the associations. Without them, it's hard for us to move forward. Without them, we don't protect our profession, because others have said, wow, this acupuncture is incredible. We can do it. Let's just do 300 hours of training and then we can do it. It's up to you to protect our profession and advance our profession. And that's done through our associations. So please be a member. And for you, of those who practice in other state, belong to the professional associations in those states. And we also have national associations, which brought us so many benefits with insurance and so forth. So make that contribution. And the other is the global part. That's important too. The fact that the World Health Organization put our medicine into their standards is significant. Many of us worked many years to accomplish that. And so understand that we're here in California, we're here in the US, but this medicine is the whole world, as reflected by the World Health Organization. Chapter 27, they didn't have to create it. They already had 26 chapters with all the Western medicine categories. But they brought in traditional medicine because of its importance. So those are the three responsibilities you have. Of course, to your patients is first, and then nationally to your associations here, and then international to the World Health Organization and all the other international organizations. I'll make one comment. Today, the Dean and Director of the Postgraduate Doctor Program is not here because she is in Switzerland with our sister college doing a joint presentation, a symposium, together with schools from Switzerland, from China, our university. So this international part is something that you can participate. In fact, students from the DAOM are there, and faculty from Five Branches University are there in Switzerland. And that's only one example. We have sister relationships with universities in China, in Taiwan, in Korea, in many places. This is an international medicine. So that is the responsibility that you have. You really do have a very special knowledge. It's ordinary because the extraordinary usually is ordinary. But what you know, as we call it, the 5 branches of traditional Chinese medicine, is a blessing not only for yourself, your family, and your friends, but for all the patients that you treat. So acupuncture, herbal medicine, diet medicine, qigong, and energetic medicine, and body work. For us, yeah, we know yin and yang, we know hot and cold, but most people don't, and you do. And you know how to use that knowledge to help people feel better. That's fantastic. And it's a big responsibility, and you're going to be playing an extremely, and are already playing, an extremely important role in the health of our planet. You know, the ideas of Sun Tzu Miao and of the classics are a reflection of the culture of our medicine. The knowledge and skills of our medicine, yes, you have. You also have the culture and all that goes behind that. And that's important, and that's the contribution you're going to make. You have a bright future. You have a bright future today and tomorrow because what you have spent time to learn is needed, is appreciated. So congratulations on what you have achieved, and together we move forward to help the health and well-being of our planet and the balance. So thank you.
Thank you, President Seidman. It's true, Five Branches is a wonderful place to put all those things together. And I just wanted to make a comment. You know, I think that Chinese medicine is about making people feel better. It's also about making the world a better place. You know, the history, the philosophy, the theory of Chinese medicine integrates human beings with all their environments, their internal environment, their external environment, the community that they find themselves in. The ideas of Chinese medicine, we use them in a clinical setting, but really they go way beyond the clinic. So the education that these people have received here today, we really have provided it in the hopes that it truly will go way beyond even their local communities and impact the world at large. So thanks again. Thank you, President Zeidman. Okay, I'd like to introduce our next speaker. Andrew Wu is a professor and also an honorary vice president of academics here at Five Branches. Dr. Wu is a very important figure in the international community of traditional Chinese medicine. He speaks and presents in a variety of settings. We're so grateful and fortunate to have him here with us today supporting our graduates. He has a long history with our university and specifically with the communities of Chinese medicine here in the Bay. So I'd like to welcome Professor Dr. Andrew Wu.
President, President Ron Zeidman, Dean and Vice President Joanna Zhao, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. What is a great honor it is as a Vice President of Five Branches University to stand before you on this special day. Over the years, I've had a privilege of speaking about traditional Chinese medicine and special acupuncture that I found in places as China, Taiwan, Hong Kong, Europe, Denmark, Turkey, Canada, and even at the TCM Reform Forum of Harvard University for 2 times. Since year 1997 till now, I already published 4 books of TCM. These invitations are not just a reflection of my own work. They speak of volumes about the reputation and the quality of Five Branch University itself, a place dedicated to the research, training, teaching, and global spread of TCM and acupuncture. Today, we celebrate all of you, the graduating class of year 2024 and 2025, from both of master's and doctoral programs. This is the monumental day, marking not only the completion of your studies, but also a significant milestone in your lifelong journey of learning and healing using traditional Chinese medicine and acupuncture. Here at the Five Branch University, a school widely recognized as the best TCM institution in the Bay Area, and indeed in all of California. We take immense pride in preparing practitioners who will carry the wisdom of the ancient into the modern world. You, our graduates, are now a vital part of this legacy. With a history spanning thousands of years, traditional Chinese medicine has endured dynasties, transcended cultures, and continually adapted to meet the evolving needs of changing times. It's so much more than just cosmetic care or pain relief. TCM is a profound system that harmonizing the body with the energy of the universe while embracing advanced in modern medicine. many of you have already seen firsthand through your clinical training the remarkable impact TCM can have from helping patients facing cancer and immune-related illnesses. These experiences remind us of what kernel of the heart of all medicine: compassion, knowledge, reflection, and nonstop exploring ways to ease suffering. As you step out into the world, I encourage you to keep climbing the higher summits, read widely, observe carefully, and thinking deeply. May you be the ones who advance the reach of TCM, bring its wisdom and benefits into the heart of the mainstream healthcare and the communities you will serve. On behalf of all the faculty and the staff, I congratulate you once again. Go forth and carry the mission of the Five Branches University with pride, purpose, and the spirit of healing. And always remember the old Chinese proverb, 仁者医者仁心. The heart of the healer is filled with compassion. May this guide your path of practice and service forever. Remember, your achievements will bring even greater honor of Five Branches University, reflecting the excellence of our programs and the dedication of our faculty. Good luck. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Wu. And next up, we'll have our faculty speaker. Dr. Guangyue Qian is a licensed acupuncturist and was also trained as a physician in China. They're also a professor, a vice president of the American Association of Chinese Medicine and Acupuncture, and we're so grateful to have them here with us today. So I'd like to welcome to the stage, once again, Dr. Guangyue Qian.
Wait. I'm too short. I need to adjust the speaker. From needle to knowing. Now you are doctors. Exciting, but nervous, right? I have been there before. My name is Guangyu Qian, VP of AACMA. Licensed to needle, occasionally called classic when I'm up to it. Thanks for Dean Joanna Zhao and Ron Zegman and Gina to encourage me to represent our faculty to deliver a congratulations speech. So here I am. Dear graduates, esteemed faculties, and beloved families, congratulations. You made it. Today, you don't just own a degree. You have a transformed way of thinking, the power to change the others, and the daunting honor of being seen as a doctor in this medicine for thousands of years. Now let's look back on the journey to review how have you transformed yourself from knowing to being. First, evolving thinking from emotion to wisdom. At the beginning, your thinking was mostly emotional. You felt your way through pulses, tongue colors, and whether or not your patient had bad qi. And honestly, it works about 30% of time. And then came the cause-effective thinking. If the tongue is red, there's heat. If pulse is thin, it is deficiency. If I needle stomach 36, sometimes something good will happen eventually. Eventually, you had dialectic thinking. You'd say things like, this patient is hot on the outside, cold inside, deficiency on top, excesses at the roots, and also stressed. And then you arrive at the system thinking, the realization that the human body, mind, spirit, lifestyle, family dynamic, culture, identity, and snack choice are all connected. As Neijing reminds us, 茶色按脉，先别阴阳. Observe the color and feel the pulse, but first distinguish yin and yang. Neijing Suwen chapter 8. In other words, you stop thinking about the symptoms and start thinking in pattern, people, and possibility. Second, empowering patients, more than just needle. You also discover that being a great doctor is not about showing off your knowledge. It is about inviting your patient into their own healing. As wise passage from 黄帝内经 says, 圣人不治已病，治未病. The superior physician treats illness before it arises. 素问 chapter 2. And how do we do that? Not just with needle, herbs, maksas, but with empowerment, with education, with a radical act of listening deeply. You have learned a patient on the puzzle to be solved. They are stories to be heard. Sometimes healing comes not from tonified qi, but from telling someone they are allowed to rest, to cry, to say no to the actual shift. Third, become expert and staying humble. Now, there's a fun part. You are the expert now. Yes, you all are. The person who once thought every syndrome was just liver qi stagnation, the one who once tried to diagnose your roommate's breakup using pulse reading, the one who said, I will start my capstone after a weekend, every weekend for 6 months, and yet you are here. As 张仲景 wrote in the 伤寒论，唯医者当安神定志，无欲无求。One who practices medicine must first cultivate a calm spirit and a focused mind without selfish desire and ambition. 伤寒论 preface. You are not here because you know everything. You are here because you know how to keep learning, how to stay present, and how to hold space for unknown. So, doctor, that's the real expert. Evolving your thinking constantly, let it be as fluid as qi and as sharp as freshly sterilized needle. Empower your patient gently. Sometimes the most powerful treatment is a question asked with compassion. And be the kind of expert who admits they are still learning, because in this medicine, we always are. As you go forth, remember the classics. Don't be afraid to write your own chapter. Congratulations, graduates. May your mind be open, your heart be steady, your herb in stock, and your patience on time. And when in doubt, treat the spring and drinking warm water. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Chen. Very powerful speech. Okay, so now we're done with the faculty speakers and the speakers on behalf of the university as a whole. We enter the part of the program that's personally one of my favorites. We get to hear from our graduates. So first we'll hear from the postdoctorate graduate speaker, a class speaker. I'd like to welcome to the stage Dr. Jia Yang, a licensed acupuncturist and DAOM graduate. Dr. Yang.
Honorable President Ron Simon and Dr. Joanna Zhao, esteemed faculty members, dear friends, family, and fellow graduates, good afternoon. What a great honor to stand here today on this memorable moment as the representative of the AOM graduates. First of all, let's extend our deepest gratitude to Five Branch University, an leading institute with exceptional academic strength and rich clinical tradition. Here, we have privilege to learn under the guidance of distinguished professor and senior physician, whose wisdom has not only broadened our knowledge, but deepened our understanding of healing and service. Secondly, it's to our DAOM Dean, Dr. Robin Sodders and Dr. Debbie Chang. Thank you for your tireless dedication, your insightful direction, your high standards, and your steady encouragement. Constant care and support has been reminding us that we're never alone on this journey. Completing a doctoral program while juggling clinical responsibilities, professional work, and family commitments, personal activities has not been easy. We have all faced long nights, difficult deadlines, and lonely process of research and writing. But through that struggle, we become stronger, more resilient, and more prepared to meet the needs of those we serve. Thanks for all unconditional support from our families. Graduation is a milestone, but not a final destination. It is a transition into a new chapter of responsibility. Although we're now doctoral level practitioners, we know that mastery in medicine is a lifelong pursuit. We must continue learning, evolving, and refine our skills. As graduate of Five Branch University, we carry not only a title, but a mission to uphold professional integrity, to be model of ethical practice, and to serve as a voice and leaders in the healthcare communities. We must advocate for fair recognition, for equitable treatment, and for a seat at the healthcare table. That includes fighting for legislative and policy reform, participating in our professional organizations, and standing solidarity to define the rightful scope of our practice. Dear fellows, the road ahead of us is still full of challenges. As we know, Medicare system still does not recognize acupuncturists as healthcare providers. The practice of dry needling by other professions continue to threaten the integrity of our industry. Insurance reimbursement remain far below the value we provide. So, how do we move forward? We must start by delivering excellence in every patient encounter, in every needles we place, in every life we touch. We earn respect through results, compassion, and professionalism. Second, we must stand united in our organizations, in our community, and in our advocacy efforts to elevate the voice of acupuncture within the mainstream healthcare system. Let us honor our Elder Mother not only with words, but with action. Let's be a generation of leaders who promote our profession, advance our medicine, and never stop learning. To our faculties, mentors, and families, thank you for believing in us. For my fellow graduates, congratulations. Let's carry this honor forward and serve with skilled heart and unity. Thank you.
Very well said. Thank you, Dr. Yang. And now we'll move to the speakers from our graduate, doctoral, and master's classes. First, I'd like to welcome to the stage one of my own students, somebody who I saw make great strides in the program, who transformed over the course of the program, who now has gone on to make change in other communities, to engage career opportunities that are at the cutting edge of our field, has participated in the Sutter Health residency. Dr. Jamie N. Gentry is about to speak, DACHM, so please, everyone, give Dr. Jamie a warm round of applause.
And thank you to the administrators and teachers of Five Branches University. Your unwavering dedication to serve humanity has been a beacon of light for the students, our communities, and the future of healthcare. What a blessing it is to be here, facing the professionals who encouraged me to step into my fears. It is an honor to stand here and call you my friends. I'd like to share a little about my journey to Five Branches, why I came, what happened while I was here, and what I'll be doing from tomorrow on. In the town where I lived, Porterville, California, there was a scientist who invented a technology that worked at the deepest level of the cell. His wisdom was rooted in Asian medicine, and he used only plants and herbs. The technology ensures nutrients and oxygen are delivered all the way through the body, down to the endoplasmic reticulum of the mitochondria of the cell. As I worked with his technology, I saw many people's health take a turn for the better within minutes of application. I became curious to know how and why it worked like it did. I applied to Five Branches and I was accepted. Extended family members invited me to live with them while I established myself. And excited for what was ahead, I moved to Santa Cruz. But then I realized the extent of undiagnosed mental instability and addictions, which I could not ignore. My living situation crumbled. It was a traumatic experience that left me on the fringes of homelessness. With a little money I saved, I lived in hotel rooms and navigated Santa Cruz by foot and public transportation. But fortunately, things came into order right before I began my studies at Five Branches. From day one, this path has been a tremendous experience. It's hard, it's easy, it's fun, it's frustrating. I wanted to quit. Then I'd force myself to press on because the term was almost over. My greatest challenge came in the second year. Something in my body did not feel right. I tried to ignore it, but I couldn't. Then I felt a hard lump, and it got my full attention. Now I had to think seriously. Should I quit instead of piling up more student loans? Do I go away and let the inevitable take its course? Or do I stay and fight? The conclusion I came to was, I'm in the best place I could be right now, learning exactly what I need to know. So I started applying what I know and learned more from my teachers. I went back to Porterville and got the technology products that fight cancer at the level of the endoplasmic reticulum. I made herb teas and salves and went to the best acupuncturist I know. I continued to read the books and do the assignments term after term. I even went to Vietnam. It was amazing to experience firsthand in a foreign country what we learn about at Five Branches. My cohort participated in the acupuncture protocols in 12 different departments throughout the hospital of traditional medicine in Hanoi. Even infants received acupuncture and herbs. Yet so many people in the United States are oblivious to the efficacy and wide reaches of this holistic medicine. We are beginning to see acupuncture integrate into our Western medical system, but we have a long way to go. We have a lot of work to do. While I was studying at Five Branches, the scientist released the 2 equation into the scientific world. The formulas that contain the equation are now being covered by insurance. The 2 equation, spelled TIEU, if any of you want to look it up right now, completes the search for the elixir of life that was begun by the first emperor of China in 220 BC. The 2 equation is the delivery system for nutrient oxygen into the deepest parts of the cell, where energy is produced, DNA is transcribed, and life is sparked. As I integrated the technology with what I knew to my own body, I felt the hard lump soften and change, and that was encouraging. It was not that I thought I had arrived at the answer. Then the hardness came back and I realized it's not that easy. Health is a lifelong commitment that requires action from me every day, moment by moment. Health is not just what we see on the surface or feel beneath the layers of tissue. It is our lifestyle. Lao Tzu, the legendary Chinese philosopher and author of the Tao Te Ching, warned us that our thoughts, words, actions, and habits become our destiny. We must choose wisely the music we listen to and the people we spend time with. Everything affects our energetic and physical structures. This taught me there are still some things that I need to put aside permanently. The most powerful thing I've received during my time at Five Branches is a closer connection with my Creator. At Five Branches, we learn that Qigong is at the root of true Chinese medicine. It is the foundation of self-cultivation and the basic teaching of how to become an effective practitioner. Lama Lar C. Short wrote, "There is much in the way of ancient traditions, especially spiritual and shamanic, that are still being repressed due to the belief that these esoteric teachings are considered to be superstitious. With the loss of ancient teachings, we're also losing important ways of knowing. I am grateful for the teachers who shared those teachings and planted seeds of curiosity, which helped me cope through the fringes and the difficulties. Some of us might sink to dark places when we're faced with defeat, confusion, anger, or grief. I have learned to turn to martial arts and prayer. Some people ridicule prayer, misunderstanding it as a religious practice, but true Chinese medicine teaches us that when the channels are open, the rest of the body begins to self-regulate. Qigong, which means energy work, is the traditional Chinese medical application for prayer, meditation, and manifestation. Personally, I have found that prayer slows my nervous system and calms my anxiety. Prayer opens my perspective to wonder, hope, creativity, gratitude, and self-responsibility. These are all the thoughts that arise from health or lead to healing. So in honor of that spark of life that is in each of us, I'd like to share my daily prayer. O cosmic birther of all radiance and vibration, thank you for softening the ground of our being and carving out a space within us where your presence can abide. Fill us with your creativity so that we may be empowered to bear the fruit of your mission. Let each of our actions bear fruit in accordance with our desire. Endow us with the wisdom to produce and share what each being needs to grow and flourish. Untie the tangled threads of destiny that bind us as we release others from the entanglement of past mistakes. Do not let us be seduced by that which would divert us from our true purpose, but illuminate the opportunities of the present moment. For you are the ground and the fruitful vision, the birth, power, and fulfillment, as all is gathered and made whole once again. And so it is.
Thank you, Dr. Gentry. And that's a really unique story, but in so many ways it's not, because I can tell you all these graduates here I know today, they've all walked similar paths. They've walked paths of self-transformation, they've walked paths of empowerment and healing. No matter what program they come from, that's what they came here for, and that's what they carry with them out into the world. So really, again, thank you so much, Dr. Gentry. Next up, our graduates are done speaking. We have, oh, I'm sorry, no, they're not. I have one more graduate here to speak. The next graduate comes from our doctoral completion track, a very special program, actually a historical program. Five Branches University was the first TCM university to develop a fully asynchronous doctoral completion track. Back in 2009, we launched this program, well in advance of any news that there would be a pandemic that would put all classes online. Five Branches University was already thinking for years and years about online education. And we spent 2 years developing an excellent program that continues to maintain very healthy enrollment, inspire prospective students to join, and after 1 year of study, walk away with a doctoral title. So I'd like to welcome to the stage now Dr. Gregory A. Carey, a licensed acupuncturist and now a DACHM earner. Dr. Carey, please join us to speak.
Graduates of Five Branches University, doctors and masters of acupuncture and oriental medicine, TCM, congratulations, you've earned it. Today is a day that we gather in joy to celebrate your significant academic and professional achievements. Well done. I would like to take a few moments to say some words at the invitation of this administration. First, I'd like to start off by thanking the administration and our tremendous faculty at Five Branches University. Thank you for sharing your wisdom and teaching with every one of us so that we can become better, more competent professionals. One of my mentors is Dr. Will Morris, who's the former president of AOMA, where I attended my master's program in Texas. And I wanted to share with you some of Dr. Morris's words of wisdom. So he posed the following question: what is the key or a key to developing mastery in traditional Chinese medicine? What is the key? He said that the key to developing mastery in traditional Chinese medicine is the ability to evolve into a highly competent and compassionate practitioner. So the key word for me here is evolve. And I've heard that word here said today a number of times, so it must be important. So I'm going to speak about that. So Olivia, I hope you're listening in the back. That's my daughter back there. So I hope that you take away from your time here at Five Branches University is an impetus to evolve into a highly competent and compassionate practitioner of traditional Chinese medicine. I hope that you take away the knowledge and skills and develop into that in your future careers. In my clinic, I've been doing acupuncture since 2011 in New Jersey. I see people walk into my clinic. Generally, I don't meet them at their best days. They don't come to me at the peak of their experience and say, I feel so great, what can you do for me now? In fact, it's the opposite. I meet patients at the nadir or the valleys of their lived experience, and they've often been living there for years. So in thinking about how to serve these people who are in the valleys of their lives, I need to think integratively, and that's what I appreciate the Five Branches program for doing, is orienting itself and the instruction in the program in an integrative direction, because in my clinic I've been doing ozone therapy, advanced frequency specific microcurrent therapy, herbal medicine, acupuncture, and more to help these people who are in the valleys of their human experience to recover and to make meaningful progress. Because every day I have somebody come into my clinic, tell me this: I've seen 10 doctors and they can't help me. What does it mean about the 10 doctors that they saw before me, but they get better in our clinic? Every one of you who's been in practice can have these experiences. So this is the power, the transformational capacity of this medicine, which I think is so highly valued. So again, I encourage every one of you to seek out mentorship in your own professional careers in the interest of evolving into a highly competent and compassionate practitioner, and perhaps one day mastery of this wonderful medicine. I'd like to thank everybody for your attention. I'd like to thank the faculty and staff of Five Branches University. I'd like to thank my wife, Kyoko, my daughter, Olivia, who are in the back, and my family and friends at home. And to each of the graduates here today, I wish you every success in your future careers and your endeavors in striving to master this wonderful and special medicine. Congratulations.
Thank you, Dr. Carey. Yes, and just to say a few more words, it's wonderful to find out that we have, such a broad community here, that we have graduates in our programs that also have mentors like Dr. Will Morris, who's world-renowned and whose scholarship has benefited our entire field. So we're really all one big family in traditional Chinese medicine. It's true. So thank you so much again, Dr. Carey. Okay, next up, so that now we're done with the student speakers. Okay, next up, we have another performance. We have a very special performance that's going to be led by one of our faculty members, the distinguished Dr. Wei Huang. Dr. Wei Huang is going to be leading her students through a demonstration of some traditional Chinese martial arts forms. Now, for our graduates, for our faculty and staff, we're all aware of the culture that surrounds traditional Chinese medicine and the firm integration of traditional Chinese medicine with traditional Chinese martial arts. But we're really fortunate here at Five Branches, that we have some exemplary demonstrations of just such integration. And Dr. Wei Huang is one of those. She shares an outstandingly traditional medical education as well as a martial tradition with our students. There's going to be a couple of demonstrations, but I'm going to let Dr. Huang talk about it. So I'd like to welcome to the stage Dr. Wei Huang.
Hello, good afternoon. The President Ron Zoma, dear Dr. Joanna.
We'll have you take the mic to the front while you talk.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, everyone. We'll have Dr. Huang take the mic to the front so you can see what she's going to present. Okay, so come on this way.
So I'm very honored to introduce the Chinese martial arts. So everyone know Dr. Joanna Chow and Dr. Jessie Ding organized our Five Branch, the Chinese traditional martial arts, the Soul Club. So it has been established for 3 years. Among the 3 years, we do enjoy the perform in the graduation ceremony and also the community, many different activities. So from the picture, you see the 2023, we have a California Acupuncture Association, as well as we went to 95, the Chinese Association, the conference. And also we went to different activities. So we understand for the Five Branch University, we have the most important, we do treat the patient and prevent the disease, as well as to strengthen the body. So if we have a better the health condition, we will treat the patient and educate them much better. So Chinese martial arts, it's the best way and the tool to strong your mentally and your body, the health. So here I will let everybody join our group. How to use the Chinese Soul and Tai Chi, as well as the Shaolin in the different environment to get the patient to involved in their lifestyle change. Okay, so I will pass the speaker, let our senior member, which is, he already practiced many years Chinese martial arts. Yeah, Angus. Yeah, just tell the club what's the time and also information.
Was there something for me to read?
Yes.
Okay, well, I'm Angus Gray. I'm a newly minted doctor. We're going to be doing Tai Chi at the school in San Jose at 3 o'clock on Tuesdays. We start out by doing a little bit of warming up with some Tai Chi sword, and then we transition into a little bit of basic self-defense using some Kung Fu techniques as well. And let's see, we wanted to sincerely thank President Joanna Zhao, Dr. Jessie Ding, for allowing us to play with swords on campus and kick each other and stuff like that. It's a lot of fun. Anyways, I hope you enjoy the little presentation we have. Thank you.
Okay, everybody enjoying the Shaolin. So Shaolin is come from China, very famous part. So they did practice many times. Okay, enjoy.
Well, as you can see at a traditional Chinese medicine school, it's never a dull moment. I mean, literally, we're training people to use very sharp implements here. But never a dull moment. Okay. So, thanks again to Dr. Wei Huang's wonderful group of students. I mean, that was a demonstration of a number of skills and different art forms and disciplines. I mean, we saw Shaolin Quan, we saw Wudang sword form, we also saw nunchucks by Dr. Angus Gray. We also saw Wing Chun by, let's see, that was Hugo Qian. So, wow, in a short period of time, how much we saw. Oh my goodness, everybody, round of applause, please, for those wonderful performers. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And now we are approaching the part of the ceremony where we actually have the opportunity to bestow on these lovely graduates our calligraphy. So I want to talk a little bit about the calligraphy before we invite our faculty presenting conferrers up to the stage. This year we had the special honor of inviting Dr. Kevin Yanzhongju to prepare calligraphy for our students. Dr. Ju is a very distinguished senior faculty member at our university. He's exceedingly well published in a field that's gathering more and more attention all the time. Dr. Ju has published over a dozen books on the subject of classical Chinese medicine. His specific focus and expertise is Huangdi Neijing. The Huangdi Neijing, we consider it a book, but really it's a living example of the oral tradition of Chinese medicine that, again, probably spans conservatively somewhere between 5,000 and 10,000 years. So Dr. Ju is a leading authority on this subject matter in the world. And prior to the pandemic, Dr. Ju used to travel all over the world lecturing on topics from the Su Wen and Ling Shu, the Shen Nong Ben Cao Jing, the Shanghan Lun, the Jin Gui Yao Le. I myself am very honored that I got to be a student of Kevin's. Today, in my clinical practice, in my teaching, I really owe a tremendous amount to Kevin for what he was able to confer to me and all of our faculty. So I'd like to welcome Dr. Kevin Ju to talk a little bit about the calligraphy he's prepared and also just some special news for everyone. So please treat Dr. Ju really well. It's his birthday today. So Dr. Kevin Ju.
Congratulations again, the student for master and the doctor program. And, yeah, I introduced one is for the master degree, one is for the let me introduce the doctor program first. The doctor program, come from the Tang dynasty, name of the Sun Simiao. He wrote one book called the 备急千金药方. In that book, the first the chapter used the name called 大京城 as a title. So this word means the 大医 means Greek doctor, great doctor. Means if you want to become to great doctor, you need to prepare the tool contributed. One is called the Jing, one is the Cheng. Jing means you have the good technique. Cheng means you have a good warm heart. So if you want to become to the best doctor, you need to two things be prepared. One is technique, one is warm heart. This for the doctor program, the gift. Thank you very much. Yeah. Another one is from the Jin dynasty. They call it 妙手回春. There's one story about this, the 妙手回春. This story from the 战国, the warring state period. There's one famous doctor called Bian Que. He's a kind of the grandmaster of acupuncture. Just we introduced for the doctor program the gift called 大医精诚孙思邈. That is the king of the herb. So we picked the two sentences. One is for the herb king, like a master of the herb. This one is for the Bian Que, is a grandmaster for the acupuncture. One day, he goes through called the Guo, the Guo state. The Guo state king, his son, prince, suddenly passed away. And the Bian Que, when he hears these things, he be invited to treat this the king's son. When Bian Que checked this patient, he figured out this kid is not a real die, it's a false. It's not real diet. So he asked his student to prepare some needle, and he just used a couple needle on this the kids. Suddenly wake him up. So since that, he got one title called the 妙手回春. 妙手 means miraculous. 回春 means healing. So this is as a second gift for the doctor master program students. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Ju. And now I'd like to welcome to the stage the faculty members, our distinguished senior faculty members who will be conferring these degrees. Professor Lucy Hu, who's been teaching pediatrics at Five Branches since its founding, has imparted her wisdom and compassion, her knowledge and experience to generations and generations of practitioners that has affected the lives of literally thousands of children and families all across California. She will be up here on the stage conferring degrees. And also, Dr. Julie Ju. Dr. Julie Ju is another distinguished senior faculty member. She works tirelessly, hand on hand with our students, conveying her decades of experience and training in China. She teaches in our theory department, she teaches in our clinical medicine department. Our students here today, they're overwhelmed with the opportunity to be on stage with Dr. Ju because she's really touched their lives so deeply. So now I have my presenters with me. Welcome, Dr. Hu and Dr. Ju. And now we will begin. We'll start with our postgraduate DAOM students. I'll begin reading their names. DAOM students, please prepare yourselves to receive your calligraphy. All right, our first student, now a graduate, Dr. Si Yun Grace Ge. Dr. Ge's capstone was on the literature review of TCM treatment of fertility in polycystic ovarian syndrome in the past 10 years. Next up, Dr. Sharon Lai. Dr. Lai's capstone was on how traditional Chinese medicine and acupuncture can help long COVID physical fatigue, a scoping review of classical and modern evidence. Next, we have Tong Tan Wen. Dr. Tong Tan Wen's capstone was on utilizing the 5 spirits to advance the understanding of the 5 elements. Next up we have Dr. Emery Olson. Emery Olson's capstone was on wrist and ankle acupuncture and its procedural variations, a scoping review. Next up, Dr. Shi Qiao, whose capstone was on Shen Cong Yang Xin capsule, treating ventricular pre-stage contractions. Next, we have Dr. Gloria Mingxia Xu. Dr. Gloria Mingxia Xu's capstone was on a literature review on the treatment of gastroesophageal reflux disease, GERD, with a modified Bansha Hopotam. Next, we have Dr. Jia Yang, whose capstone was on the literature review on acupuncture and traditional Chinese medicine for treating post-COVID-19 conditions. Dr. Jia Yang. Next, we have Dr. Hai Ren Yu. Dr. Hai Ren Yu's capstone was on a research on the systemic effects of scars based on meridian fascial network theory. Next up, we have Dr. Daisy Zhou. Dr. Daisy Zhou's capstone was on the literature review on acupuncture for depression. And that completes our DAOM graduates. Completion track graduates, please rise. Okay. Please welcome to the stage Dr. Gregory A. Carey once again. Dr. Carey. Next up, Dr. Wei Amy Lu Chuang. Next, we have Dr. Jessica Corrigan. Next, we have Dr. Melissa McCalla. Now welcoming to the stage Dr. Ian McCullough. I'd like to welcome to the stage Dr. Margot Miller. And now, Dr. Tamra Rowe. And we have just a few graduates that weren't able to join us today. They include Dr. Su Chin Kang, Dr. Mayo Mercedes Garcia Wardle, Dr. Sarah Su, and two more that we'll be mentioning at the very end of our program. We'll be having our virtual graduates join us just at the very end. I'll be reading their names, okay? But that's it for our doctoral completion program students. Next, our DACHM and master's students prepare to join us on stage. Please welcome Dr. Pin Chen Chen. And once again to the stage, Dr. Jamie Nicole Gentry. And once again, after that wonderful nunchuck performance, Dr. Angus Gray. I'm very pleased to welcome Dr. Olivia Jensen. And now, Dr. Tara Gabriella Kavana Johnson. Please welcome to the stage Dr. Carrie Labos. And now, Dr. Truc Wen Tu Lee. And now, I'm very pleased to welcome to the stage Dr. Diana Marie Lopez. As well as Dr. Annie Thuy Van Wen. And next up, Dr. Andrea Cerula. Please welcome to the stage Dr. Un Yong Soo. And now I'd like to welcome Dr. Valerie Tong. next up, Dr. Sayaka Tanuchi. And now, Dr. Roxanne Tu. And please welcome to the stage the distinguished Dr. Jennifer Sihua. And we're very proud to announce Dr. Yin Guang Zhang. And one of my personal favorites, Dr. Xin Wang. And there was one graduate from this list that wasn't able to make it today, but I'd like to read their name anyway, Dr. Jessie Bradley. I know Dr. Bradley would appreciate that. And then we have two students. We have two students joining us virtually that we would also like to announce. I'd like to welcome Dr. Tammy Mercaldi Bellinger and Dr. Karen Lang. They're from our doctoral completion program and they're joining us virtually. Congratulations, doctors. And now I'd like to ask all the graduates to pull out your practitioner's oaths from your bags and prepare to recite after me. You can pull them out of your bags or read directly from the program. This practitioner's oath actually comes from one of the doctors that has been mentioned in a couple of other speeches that we heard today, Dr. Sun Se Miao. Dr. Sun Se Miao was famous for prioritizing the treatment of women and children and their expert use of herbal medicine, as well as a variety of other modalities. Dr. Sun Se Miao's example is one that establishes outstanding ethics and virtue. So that's why we choose to pull Sun Se Miao's practitioner's oath. So please read after me. I promise to follow the way of the great physician. Graduates, please rise. Okay, we're going to start again. Now we have to start again. That was the practice run. Everyone stand. Okay. I promise to follow the way of the great physician. I will serve to live in harmony with nature. And teach my patients to do the same. I will stay present and completely committed when treating my patients. Above all else, I will hold a deep feeling of compassion. I will be devoted to the task of nurturing the sacred spark of life in all living things. I will strive to maintain a healthy body, clear mind. And hold myself to the highest level of integrity. It is my intention to facilitate patients on the path to wellness to the best of my ability. Above all, I will keep an open and humble heart. Through the practice of Chinese medicine, my intention is to grow in wisdom, joy, and prosperity. Graduates, please move your tassels from the right to the left. And congratulations, class of summer 2025. That concludes our ceremony this afternoon. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you, friends, family, faculty, staff, students. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Are you going to get these hands?